Lights, camera, action, yeah, it's a movie. Get your popcorn, it's about to be.
Hey, yo, what it do? It's your boy Haas, and welcome to the AO Show. Peace to the guys on earth. Love y'all. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hope you're living your best life, you heard. As you can see, we've been on hiatus for a minute. Season 3 coming up, but I had to get back at y'all because we had a hell of a fight card last night. We're going to talk about 4 of the fights. You ready? Let's get it.
Amigos de la neta del boxeo, estamos viendo una pelea muy complicada para David Morrell. Vamos a ver cómo termina todo esto. Aquí está David Morrell.
Now, this first fight I want to talk about is David Morrell beating Imam Khataev. I know I'm probably killing his name, in a decision, which was a close fight. I think he won it by just 1 point. And honestly, the Imam guy was on David Morrell's head. I thought he was going to win the fight. It took to the second half, actually the last couple of rounds, for Morrell to get it back. Now, I don't know because he moved up, but I want to say he lost to Canelo. He barely beat this guy. And I think the guy before Canelo, like, he barely beat, and he didn't look impressive. After looking very impressive, I think he was at 168, now he moved up to 175. Sometimes that moving up, the power don't balance out. And my man, the Imam, the Russian guy, he wasn't like no slick type of fighter. He was a plotter with heavy punches, and he was catching him. Want to say he put him on his back one time, and I was like, wow, this is not what you want to see after losing to Canelo if you David Morrell. But he pulled it out. I don't know if you want to say a little help from the American judges or whatever, but it was an entertaining fight. Actually, this whole card was crazy entertaining. Now, as far as Morrell, I don't know if it's easier for him to make this weight. That's why he moved up, but it looked like he needed to go back down to 168. But he pulled off this one in a decision where he won, I want to say it was a 1 point victory. You can't get no closer to that. David Morrell beats Imam Khataev. I don't know how to pronounce it now. I know I'm killing it. In a decision. Next.
10 segundos para que acabe el primer asalto, señores y señores. Matias con la presión arriba, gancho abajo. Señoras y señores, sigue presionando con chapa el cuerpo, gancho arriba. Suena la campana.
Now, in the second fight I want to talk about, we had Subriel, Matias beat Alberto Puello for the WBC lightweight champion at 140. And now Subriel is the champ. Now, this was another good fight, and it was very controversial because a lot of people think Alberto won this fight. I'm a Matias fan, so I actually thought he won. I thought it could have went either way. Again, this was no different than the first fight where it was a good matchup. Whoever put these matchups together last night for this card knew what they was doing, because especially this fight and the Morrell, fight was 50-50 right there. Anybody could have won. It just came down on who wanted it more and who like kind of stole rounds at the end, and who later on in the fight looked like they still had the steam left. And I like Subriel Matias. I want to say he lost the last fight he had, but I've been looking for this guy to get a championship fight for a minute. Like, he be bopping niggas. So I'm happy to see him with the gold. Now let's see where he go from here at 140. I don't know who's still there. I think Keyshawn and them all moved up. It'll be interesting to see. I got to check the rankings and all that. But Subriel is a good fighter. But honestly, Alberto need a rematch. It was that good of a fight. It was that close that, like, now I'm hearing he going to fight somebody else. Matias is going to fight somebody else next, and then the winner of that fight going to get Alberto. But they should just go ahead and sign Alberto for an automatic rematch, because that was a great fight, and it came down to the scorecards. And like I say, it was a controversial decision, because I've been looking at a lot of places where they saying they think Alberto won. But Subriel Matias beat Alberto Puello to become the WBC light heavyweight champion at 140. 2 good fights, but it ain't stopped there. Next,
these replays provide further amplifying evidence of how brilliantly Sheeraz put that fourth-round rally together. Here's another look from behind the British fighter as he sizes the opponent up and goes to work. Left hook after a straight right hand. Bye-bye.
That right hand right there missed him all night, but it landed flush right there. But again, Berlanga never laid down.
It's one thing to get your man in trouble.
It's another thing to finish. Yeah, that's awesome right there. Man, but again, heart out for Berlanga, bro. He came with a different strategy tonight. His corner.
in the co-main event, you had Shakur Stevens defeat William Zepeda by decision to hold on to his WBC lightweight championship at 135. Now, what I would say about this fight is this is the fight everybody been asking for Shakur. All I hear is like he run, he got pillow hands, he don't stay in the pocket, he don't like to get hit. Well, that you can throw that out the window because that didn't happen last night. Shakur stayed in the pocket the whole fight and showed his skill. Now I was watching Showbiz the boxer. He was saying like how Shakur standing in the pocket, get on the ropes, and just actually doing like this show more skills than him moving around the ring. I think it goes both ways because the purpose of boxing is to hit and not get hit, but it's also to entertain. And Shakur did that. It was a point where they thought Zepeda cut knock. Shakur say he didn't get hurt. He threw a jab, caught him while he was off balance, so it looked like that. But to the eyes of people who didn't know, it looked like Zepeda caught him, and Shakur had to rally back. He had to show he fought through some adversity in this fight. It wasn't like no Shakur wash, not at all, not at all. Zepeda came throwing hands. He kept the pressure on all fight, and Shakur just showed why he's a more skilled and better fighter, and why he need to start getting some of these big fights, man. Last night, he did everything you needed. He landed some big shots. He ain't put Zepeda on his back or nothing like that, but he landed some big shots. He took some big shots, and he won the fight. Like, I ain't gonna say handily, but it wasn't super close at all. Like, if you sat there and watched the fight, the whole fight, you knew it was Shakur's fight. And the only thing I would say is get off the ropes, homeboy, because that's what made Zepeda look good when you started laying on the ropes. Excuse me. But when you had the fight in the middle of the ring, it was all Shakur. And it was an impressive performance. If you saw it, if you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, go watch the replay. Go to YouTube, find it, because Shakur showed up. That Shakur beat William Zepeda to hold on to his lightweight WBC championship at 135. And he's calling out Gervonta Davis. We know he just got in trouble for jail. He went in jail for domestic violence, and we know he got to fight Lamont Roche, but Shakur calling you out, boy. And I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur and Schofield. That'd be a good fight. Next. And in the main event, I'm sure it's something that nobody saw happening. Sheeraz knocked out Edgar Berlanga in the 5th round, put him down twice in the 4th to become the super middleweight champ. And wow, I was not expecting this from Berlanga. Not at all. Especially after the Canelo fight. He talking about how he learned this and how he learned that. Well, he learned how to sell a fight because he did do that the whole fight. But what he didn't do was get his face out the way because Sheeraz was rocking the boy. And then, like I said, Canelo, I want to say Canelo stung him one time and hurt him, but Canelo couldn't get him out of there. Canelo had to go the whole 12. Sheeraz wasn't having that. He wasn't having it at all. And in the 4th round, when he started putting them combinations together, all you seen was bobblehead. And Berlanga was done. I seen Fat Joe was there, and that's Fat Joe boy. I'm starting to think Fat Joe needs to stop coming to his fight. Because Fat Joe got the Canelo fight. Fat Joe was here. Chill out, man. Maybe you bad luck or something. But it didn't look good for Berlanga. And I'm not saying he over, but I can't see him getting really no more big fights. Because you done had the fight with Canelo where you got smoked. And then it's like you was just happy to be in the ring. And now you just had this fight with Sheeraz, and it was easy. And we'll see where it go from there. Now, this Sheeraz guy, he's not really calling out Canelo, but he's looking for the smoke. You know what I'm saying? He's saying how Canelo was his idol growing up and all that. So he not like talking crazy to him, but he ready for the smoke. And I wouldn't mind seeing it because that'd be a different type of fighter for Canelo. A tall, long arms. But first, Canelo got to get past Bud. And I don't see that happening either. But Sheeraz KO'd Berlanga in the 5th round, at the start of the 5th round. Put him on his back twice at the end of the 4th. Came out, dropped him in the 5th. Ref stopped the fight. And it's boxing, so I ain't going to say it's embarrassing, but that was not a good look for you, Berlanga. Not a good look at all. Next. Get out of here, but before I go, because I know I stopped dropping the shows just abruptly, I got to give a shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for an NBA championship. Shout out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for winning the MVP of the finals. They had a great year. What is the 2nd youngest team in NBA history to win the finals? They look like they set up to be a dynasty. We'll see, though. Halliburton, man, I was riding with you. The torn ACL. You going to be out all next year? Get better, fam. But, yo, that was the AO show. I'm Haas. YouTube. Quan, KJUAN, code, COLES, quotation marks, the AO show. Peace to the guys in the earth. Love y'all. Again, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a wonderful week. And I hope you're living your best life, you heard. But you know the drilling. Fuck what they say, make them watch the fuck you do, alright? I'm Haas. This is the AO show. And I'm out. Peace.